Yes, welcome back again. This is a Reverend Q in the afternoon drive here at Africa USA Radio. As usually, as normally as we can, every day, every week, we bring you the best uh, guest that is going to grace us with their presence, even in this hour. And we bless God for this wonderful day that God has given us to us today. We are having a really wonderful time here at Africa USA Radio. I've just listened to a very special song by Tina Zungu. And it's a blessing that we have all these artists that God has blessed us with as we promote African gospel artists in the United States of America. But today we are going to shift gears a little bit because of the interest that I had that I was supposed to be a part of a fundraiser down in New Jersey, down south New Jersey, where one of our artists from South Africa was headlining an event of our dear brother Eric, where they were raising funds to build or to extend the hospital down south in South Africa. DJ Sbu was also part of that. So I had interest on that. I was supposed to be there, but I couldn't make it due to some other commitments. But I connected with Eric, and he is a very great, I'll call him young man, but he's a very great man and very humble, hospitable, and we love him to death here at Africa USA Radio. So we thought we're going to bring him so that he can tell us his journey, tell us his plans, tell us his fundraising, about what he wants to do and what's going on with his life. And I'm going to present to you my brother, Eric. I'm not going to try to say his last name, but I'm going to say we are here talking about Eric's journey in life. And how you doing, my brother?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. This is radio, so radio people talk. So I know you seems like a man of a few words.
Sometimes I can be a man of few words. I'll do my best to keep
That's
up.
right.
I like to listen to other people's stories a lot and kind of learn from their life, learn from meeting other people.
But the good thing is that you got a very beautiful story that we want to know, we want to learn about. And but first and foremost, tell us who is Eric. Who's Eric?
I am Eric, and I originally got sick, really ill in 2012 when I was 27 years old. So I went through growing up, rough housing as a kid, playing sports, going to college, and continuing my life. And very soon after my wedding to my beautiful wife is when I got sick. 3 months later, I ended up in the hospital with lung failure, organ failure. She was able to get me transferred into a larger hospital within the city where they have a lot of training and education, a medical school hospital. And there was a doctor who was on cycle from the UK who had seen HLH before once in his career. And he had a feeling that might be what I have. At that time, I was given about a 5% chance to live. I was on multiple machines, the ventilator and a machine called ECMO, which is it serves as a lung while your lungs are being attacked and not able to be used properly. Once they diagnosed me, the treatment worked for me very quickly and very well. The disease I had, HLH, is known to be 100% fatal without treatment, and it can, from initial onset to when the person may die, is as little as 2 months, 3 months. It's a very fast-acting disease, and I was very lucky to have been diagnosed. during that time, it was an experience to be on the machines. It did a lot to my personality over time. It really impacted my life over the years. While I was in the hospital, I kind of got through. I lost my ability to walk, talk, and breathe. So when I was waking up from the comatose state, it was a lot to kind of get through. And one of the things that really helped was trying to figure out how to help other people and pretending I was adventuring, pretending I was a wizard like Harry Potter, pretending I was a hero. And eventually I was able to talk again, write again, and get out of the hospital, where my wife and I have went through a lot of recovery. I'm still on a lot of medications over the years, but I'm doing pretty well. I work full time, and we have Eric's Journey Foundation. So it's a really exciting time to kind of be here and be able to talk to you.
Wow. So you say you were lucky. I'm saying you're blessed.
Yes, sir. I agree.
And then during your journey, you met somebody from South Africa.
Yes. Through our support groups, my wife ended up talking to a Miss Daphne Nkosi, who lost her daughter to the same disease.
Nicole Nkosi. He's saying Nkosi. It's Nkosi. Go ahead.
Thank you. And it's a hard time when somebody's lost, especially when they're around your age, or it hits hard when it's a few people, but over the years, it's a lot of people. That, because my community ends up being within the rare disease community, I meet a lot of people who are fragile, and a lot end up not making it, and it gets pretty hard. And my wife ended up reaching out to Miss Nkosi, and they kind of hit it off really well. And they were able to talk to each other and help each other with healing where they could, and support each other in ways where it's hard to come up with the words. It's a very special relationship.
Very special.
And we were able to visit South Africa, Johannesburg, in 2019 and 2021, and see the construction of the Zakithi Nkosi Hematology Center, which is at Barra in Soweto. And it's an absolutely world-class facility. And she's continuing to build different sections that extend its capabilities from adults to children to research, juveniles. It's very, very special to see.
So, and then you joined forces with Miss Nkosi, or because I know you did an event here in New Jersey, trying to help her fundraise.
Yes, this year we had our rare ball. It was a masquerade ball that we had DJ Spoo. We were lucky enough to have him headline, be a speaker, and it was really great. And this was our first major event or large event as Eric's Journey Foundation. In 2021, we brought over Dynamite the Histio Warrior Dragon and Artie the Rare Disease Dragon, which are mascots within the community to kind of help bring joy to people, adults and children. And and we're able to bring some of the dynamites over, which are stuffed animals that are given to people affected by histiocytosis. This year's event at the ball, Miss Nkosi was able to come and see and experience a great time. People were out dancing, and many people have not experienced DJ Spoo's music before. And it really got the crowds up and going. They loved it. And we're really looking forward to the next one because it's great. And it was a lot of fun.
So, how is your health now? How is your mobility and all the stuff?
My health is pretty good. I'm not as strong. I can wear myself out easier and put myself into dangerous situations. But I know my limits, or I try to balance my limits most of the time. The medications, they work for maintaining my arthritis conditions, my inflammation. They just, over time, you can't do what you used to, but you can do, you're close enough. And I can get out driving, walking. I do some martial arts, practice Aikido, which I started recently, just to kind of help focus and understand life a little bit more. I'm trying to think of the phrase in Zulu. It's to walk is to see.
Ukuhamba ukubona.
What is it?
Ukuhamba ukubona. Something like that.
Yes. And DJ Spoo does a great job of mentioning it in his book, where he states that the translation to English is to walk is, or to travel the world and meet new people and learn new things. And the more direct translation is to walk is to see.
Is to see, yes.
And the metaphorical meaning that has in a journey and in my life is I was always scared to walk,
Wow.
And now I'm trying to see and understand everything in terms of people, love, how we all relate, because we're all the same and we're all great. And those journeys are sometimes hard, sometimes fun, but they're all worth it. And that quote really, really sticks hard, where to walk is to see. And that's it. You just start walking. And you don't have to be good at it. You just walk, and eventually you'll see.
Just walk. It's a direct translation, like you say. It really simply means traveling, seeing new things, seeing new people. You're learning. It's learning experience. So you become a person of knowledge by just for me to immigrate to the US. It really transformed me 180 degrees. I became a different person because I've seen things differently. So yes, I'm sure when you went to Johannesburg, you realized that, oh yeah, there's a world out there.
Yeah, it was it was very peaceful to be around a culture, a very loving family culture. And where there's greatness and love, there's struggle and there's hardships. And it felt like the love was more, the love was greater, the greatness, the joy, but the hurt was too.
The hurt was too.
Yeah.
Seeing people sick. Is your wife medically inclined, or she just learned through your process, or because she seems like she's got it down to the T.
She is special. She did not have any medical training.
Mm.
She researched everything online as the doctors were talking about it. I think she had an iPhone by then. That was very early in the start of iPhones being like
My
a regular
phones.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
So she was able to Google a lot of the symptoms, and eventually she learned more than the doctors. And very often she'd be asked, "Are you a doctor? Are you a nurse? How do you know so much?" But
That's what I asked.
yeah, she immersed herself in it, and she learned how to do what she needed to do, learn what she needed to learn to survive, get us to survive a situation. And in seeing her shine the way she did, she's 5 foot 90 pounds, so I don't know how to convert that quickly, but she's small, and she would help pick me up every day off the couch and help get me around. And she's strong.
Wow.
She lights the fire for our fire. She'll bring in firewood. She'll cut firewood. She's not shy at doing things or trying things. And watching how much she shined, and then meeting many more women, especially in Africa, and seeing the strength, they're heroes that now I want to be better, because maybe I'll get close to being as good as them. Like, I know I will never be as good as them, but I could be close, and I could work towards that. But these women are amazing. And my wife, Amanda, she couldn't be here right now. She wished she could, but she's working at the moment.
I was about to say, maybe next time we need to have her too.
She is a much better speaker on a lot of this than me.
Wow. Yeah, we're gonna have to bring her in.
But she will not say, she likes to give me a lot of credit, but she really is amazing.
Because I think it's not only raising funds and building hospitals, but I think the information that you guys have, if you're sharing with the people, that is more value than anything else, because I never knew that disease either. And
it's the relationship, the knowledge, the relationship becomes the wisdom that helps everybody in ways. And it can be free. We can just talk and be friends. Like,
be friends.
It's great.
So tell me, the foundation, is the foundation getting strong? Is getting traction? How you advertising it? Are you getting support?
Yes, we're working on a few events that we have coming up to raise some awareness. With the local, one of the local real estate offices, brokerages, we're doing a party where we're painting some awareness rocks and items and going over certain rare disease knowledge items, how to help raise the awareness and how to teach people about what it may be like, or just to know about rare diseases when it may come up in conversation, not bringing it up all the time, but kind of more naturally, where you may have an impact that somebody may listen or understand, and how to talk about it in more fun ways where, you can talk about the adventure where, I had a really hard time unconscious, like conscious halfway, still able to be aware of what's happening, in a lot of pain and not much control. I was able to be a wizard and pretend I had a wand. And that was good enough to get me through days and weeks of being aware but not able to move or do anything. And bringing the fun and joy into life is a necessity. We have to have fun. We have to do good things in good ways. And one thing I learned, I think, within the first, after getting sick in 2012, I was 27, until about 33, maybe the next 5 or 6 years, it was very hard to celebrate anything.
Yeah.
Our life changed a lot with now having to handle medications, medical bills, managing doctor's appointments while maintaining jobs and careers, and trying to do that. It was tough, but it was, we did it. But it was hard on our mental health. It was hard to not be depressed and sad. But we stopped celebrating. We were afraid to celebrate. And now when I saw pictures of Zaza Zakithi going to one of her proms or homecoming dances and hearing stories about her, just different stories about what kind of person she was and how great she was, a lot of those strong points that she had, like, were things that I want to work on in myself and develop myself into. And it really helped me understand that we have to celebrate more. We have to celebrate things, but we have to celebrate ourselves, but not by ourselves as me and you, because I'm not me without you. And
that's true.
It's a lonely world, and we all need more contact and more people to be around.
Yeah, what is touching also is that, like you say, you were even failing to celebrate, but you still had in mind that you want to help somebody else. Like Zaza, Zagiti, Ngosi, you kind of like there for them, and with what you are going through as well. That takes a special person to do that, I think.
Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. It's part of healing for me, I think, where the illness changed me in a way that it was a hard enough incident in my life, a big enough jolt to adjust and make me see a different reality. Because not many people experience kind of death that young, but a lot do. And I think it really changed a lot about who I was and then who I wanted to try to be, and then losing or letting that person kind of die and building and growing the light of whoever I could become. And being able to help others is something that brings everybody joy and peace. And if you want to find happiness, you could help others.
Can help others.
There's no need to help yourself, because if you help others, their plate's full, you could eat off their plate. You keep them good, you will always be good. And I think there's a lot of truth in that in our hearts. There's a lot of stuff to do and a lot of work to be done and a lot of things to buy, but the relationships of ourselves, when I was in South Africa, in Johannesburg, just watching and hearing the songs and dancing that I don't experience in my life. It was a great experience where I was able to connect and understand how important it is for us to be able to talk and hang out. And, I'm not the best talker, but I love talking to you. I'll try, I'll do my best and see how it goes, and keep trying, because I really like doing things and trying things. So
you're really touching my heart and my spirit. You were at the prime of your life. I mean, 27, young couple, you were expecting great things, but this hit, and you're still standing.
I wasn't reaching high enough. And I had something change in my life where I realized I could reach higher.
Wow. So you turn what they say, you turn your temptation to but what they say, what they put it, you turn your
Lemons into
trials to
lemonade.
triumph.
Trials to triumph.
Wow.
And that's, I think, who I try to be. That's who I want to be. And you are who you want to be. You're not who you were. And just keep being who you want to be. And eventually you will be that person.
Yeah, they say a test to testimony. You are encouraging. Yeah, you are encouraging a lot of people. And Africa USA Radio really would love to partner with you. Right now, I'm sitting here thinking we might have a voice note of you or commercial or something that we're gonna play it here on repeat every day, just to make people aware that today you might be well and good, and then tomorrow you might need Brother Eric to encourage you for what you have been going through.
Wow. And we have to encourage ourselves, but we can't always do that.
Mm-hmm.
So when I sat there with DJ Spoo, his words, and I thought it was interesting because looking at myself and my journey, I did not reach high enough. And DJ Spoo mentions being able to help young Africans and South Africans. And I had to keep saying to him, you're helping people worldwide. I read your book and it got me doing more. It got me to want more. And I'm a kid from America that is a few years younger who's trying to do a lot of that and emulate a lot of my heroes. And he's one of my heroes now. So he deserves the credit of helping youth around the world or younger men around the world, not just in Africa and South Africa. It's definitely a worldwide impact.
Worldwide. He's got an impact. He's got an impact. I always check his podcast. Very a lot of wisdom there.
Yeah, I was blessed to meet him and spend some time with him, and it was great.
That's great. So if people wants to reach out or donate to your foundation or say a word, how do they reach out to you?
Our main website is ericsjourney.org.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Facebook, Instagram, where each one has a link tree, which has the links to our website, Eric's Journey.
Mm-hmm.
But ericsjourney.org, it's Eric's Journey on Facebook, Eric's Journey on Instagram. We also have Rare Disease Dragon on Instagram. So our little Artie, who's our unicorn, zebra, red dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So there's links to some of his pages, but yeah, check out ericsjourney.org and reach out. You know, I'm here. It's just a few of us trying to take on the world. So I'd love to hear from everybody.
That's right. And there's a button for donate there.
Yes, on our website, but there is ones directly on our link tree, which will take you to the donations pages.
Okay, that's good.
But it's also on our website, ericsjourney.org. And they have a how to donate, how to support, how to volunteer, a lot of different options. Because we find it important that a lot of people's time is sometimes more effective than money. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't have money, but a lot of people do have money. So if you have money, great. But if you don't have money, there's a lot of impactful things that can be done to help and do things just by giving a few minutes of time.
That is true. Africa USA Radio wants to be partner with you. Whatever you need, tell us what we need to do, especially to promote. We like to do more promotions. We like to promote. We like to spread the word to the whole world. We got listeners in the US. We got listeners in the UK. We got listeners in Africa. So we are spreading all this good news. Even they started not as being good, but they're ending up being good. Also, the what you call Zaza was not able to come to the event here. Just her mom.
Zakithi Zaza
Zakit, yeah.
When she was 19, so I think it was 2017.
Oh, okay.
So she passed.
She passed on, yes.
And yeah, it's hard when anybody does. Yeah, she's a beautiful, beautiful girl. But seeing a lot of her pictures, and that's really what kind of inspired us to try to celebrate more, and seeing the picture of her going to homecoming, and then the good she did, the awareness for blood drives, awareness for bone marrow donors, awareness for blood donations, awareness for the impacts of the diseases, the good work she's done in her life. That can't stop.
So my question actually was, do you think if she was here in the US, she could be still alive due to the medical advancement? That's hard.
I don't know. There's different access in America to drugs or machines like I had. I don't know what the right term is for the machines. Mm-hmm. I'm not the best with the medical terminology, but there's definitely a lot that could have helped give her a better chance.
Oh man.
HLH is a very hard disease to win. And it's hard to know with anybody because it comes on very, very strong, very, very quick. And they said I wouldn't have made 1 or 2 more days if I didn't get diagnosed. And they start the treatment, which is the chemotherapy instead of the antibiotics, which they were giving me.
Mm.
So I probably would not have made 1 or 2 more days alive.
Mm.
But the access to the medical care in America that I'm able to have makes a difference. The facility Ms. Nkosi has built is world class. That facility has the ability to give bone marrow transplants successfully. The infusion treatments, like it's such an amazing world-class facility that it's giving people the same or close to the same opportunity to make it and then become heroes themselves.
Is the facility complete, or you still need some other aspects and funds?
There's multiple phases of the facility built and multiple still in planning and construction phases. We went to the opening of the main facility, which has the adults and the juvenile or the children's facility opened and is complete. They're working towards research and a juvenile facility and really developing that capability some more to keep that work between other doctors and other areas of the world to be able to talk with Italy and America and all the countries that are being involved in working towards understanding and finding cures or treatments for these diseases.
Wow. So there's still other phases that need to be built.
There is still a lot to be done.
A lot will be done.
Even though a lot has been done.
A lot has been done. Wow. I wish I don't have a direct connection with Mrs. Nkosi. Whenever you talk to her, tell her that we are here. We want to spread the news. We want to spread the gospel. You can keep in touch. We got our numbers and stuff. You can keep in touch with us. Let's spread this word. Let's build these facilities and complete them together and see. And on your fundraising also involved us. We're gonna push them. We're gonna make sure we get people in, and the finances, the donations and all that stuff coming in, because it's a noble gesture that you guys are doing, and we thank God for you. Africa needs you. Africa needs the capabilities, the wisdom of you and your wife, the heart, the compassion. It's the what I get is a compassion that is beyond understanding for the human race. People, they're minding their own business these days, but the compassion that I sense from you, it's amazing.
I think I've gotten that from the people around me and how much they want to grow and become better. We all do.
You all do.
It's scary. It is really scary. The world is scary. But together we're always better.
You're always better. Yeah, I think you're gonna leave it at that, at the better side. We're always better together. We're always better together. We always can lift each other up. Brother Eric, you are an amazing man. You are an amazing man. I can't wait to meet your wife and see how can we work together as one to combat this terrible disease. You look sharp. You don't look sick. You look handsome, man.
Thank you. I work on it sometimes, but
you work on it too. You're strong.
Yeah. I do my martial arts and my I try to eat a lot of more natural and healthier foods. I grow a lot of my own food.
And we are you are South Jersey, right?
Yes, near Philadelphia and New York.
Yeah, I'm in North Jersey right now. I'm in what is this place? Fort Lee.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah. So actually, I'm gonna be in South Jersey tomorrow. I'm going to Morristown tomorrow.
Okay, that's a little bit north of me, about 45 minutes north.
45 more north. So you are south of Camden in the area.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a little bit north of the bottom of New Jersey, not too far.
Bottom of New Jersey. I usually go to Vineland, but it's like east. It's like in the east.
We're about 20 minutes from Vineland, a little bit south.
20 minutes from Vineland. Oh, okay, that's good. We'll cross paths one day. We'll cross paths one day. I drove through. We went to DC on 95 last Thursday.
Okay.
And we passed through there and came back again.
Cool.
But it was good to have you. Do you have anything? If you want to be part of this wonderful foundation, please visit Eric's Jenny Foundation website, and then you're gonna get all the information. You're gonna get if you want to partner with them, if you want to donate, if you want to volunteer, all those things. Just go visit them and with support and pray for them, help them whatever you can. If you got more information that you think you can share with them, please do, because they are here going through what they are going through, but as well as trying to help those who are going even worse than them. And we believe that that's how this world is supposed to be, help one another. So any last words you want to say, Brother Eric?
Just thank you for your time and using your time to help in the ways you can, bringing out your spirit and what you're good at. I really appreciate it.
Wow.
and appreciate that. You know, we all try to do that. And when somebody does do it, it feels good. And I thank you.
You're welcome.
Great.
Thank you so much. We'll keep the talk. We'll keep chatting, and I will be checking on you pretty soon. And like we talked earlier, we will. I'll get in touch with you.
Awesome.
Ah,
thank you.